Page 10, On the Levee. A couple new things here. It's interesting. You have some first and second endings, and I see repeat signs in here, and you're moving the hands around a bit. So let's just go through, learn the piece, and I'll talk about all that as we go through here. This looks like it's about 2.5 lines long. It's longer than that because of the repeat signs and all that, but I'll talk about that a little later. 4/4 time, there's no sharps or flats in the key signature, so we're in key of C major. Right hand first, let's make sure we have the notes and the rhythms and all. You're starting with the third finger on E, that puts your hand in this position. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. So much for that. Second line, it'd be the third measure where the whole note is. That's tied, so you're going to hold that down for 5 counts and then lift up. And during the rest, you're going to change your hand position. They want third finger on A, that's here. So you're going to go from here to here. So during the rest, you simply lift up and be ready to go so you can play it when it comes time. So start with the third measure where the whole note is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. See, I just moved during the rest. Uh-oh, we got an A flat now, so I'm going to use third finger. Since it's on the A, I'm going to use that on the A flat. 2. Another A flat. Now, for the E, just move down 1 key here and cross over for the 2, put 2 on D. We changed hand positions again. This is another way of doing it. Sometimes we lift up and move. Sometimes we cross over the thumb. Sometimes we just spread out a little bit. So that last line, the thumb came down 1, and then I crossed over. That puts me back in this position. Now for the last few measures there at the bottom, you're here, and then you have an F, G together, and then an E, G together. The thumb just comes down. That's all. Thumb has to be able to do 2 notes, just like the little finger can do 2 notes, so the thumb does too. Yeah. Either one may have to do that. Depends on what the music needs. Left hand, well, you're starting here. You know, whole notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And the second line, you hit 3, 4, 1. Then you E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And during the rest, you're going to come up here because they want a little finger here. So you're actually moving both hands here. 3, 4. The last line, your little finger comes down on here. I moved hand positions here. And the last few measures there at the bottom, you're here. Just reach down for that low C. You need to C to C, A to A, F to F, D to D, it's whatever, letter to letter like that. That's an important interval in music, and you need to be able to feel that eventually. So this C coming down to this C, you want to be able to feel that eventually. Hopefully your hands is big enough to reach that far. Some people aren't, but most people I think are. If you can't reach it, then you have to lift up and move. But if you can, reach it. So then we try to put the hands together. Well, fortunately there's whole notes in the left hand, so that helps. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the second line and the third measure, you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both hands are moving. I want to talk about that. If possible, when moving the hands around, we prefer to move one hand at a time, so we can focus and get it where it goes, and then the other hand can go. Sometimes we can't. We got to move both hands at the same time. That's a little more difficult. I'm going to suggest here, that on the second line here, when you go to move, go ahead and move the right hand first. Get it up where it goes, and then when it's there, then move the left hand. So it's one at a time. You can do it fairly quickly. Just, I don't recommend both at the same time. So in the third measure, you're here, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just go ahead and get the right hand up immediately, and then move the left hand up. last line, you're here. Cross over. 3, 4. So you work out the notes and the rhythm and all, and then get rid of the hesitations. As far as articulation go, they don't give you any. Well, you put in the phrasing, but they give you rest there. That's actually the phrase. That first line. That could be one phrase. Or if you'd rather, maybe every 2 measures is a phrase. It's another way of doing it. I don't like short phrases like that. I think that sounds choppy. So I think I would take all up to the rest. All of that is one phrase. And then the next one is one phrase all the way to the rest. So the phrasing is kind of built in for you. Dynamics apply again to the melody, which is the right hand. Whatever you think mezzo forte is or moderately loud, keep the left hand soft. We want to hear the right hand. The right hand is heavy, sort of, and the left hand is light. And then now, second line, now I'm sort of soft here. The left hand's still light. And then we're going on, back up to moderately loud in the right hand. Now it's soft. So and the last little bit there is loud here in the right hand. The right hand, left hand in the background. Now in the last little bit, I think the melody has gone to the left hand here. I think that's melody, and these whole notes, this is background. So now you're going to play the left hand up louder, and it's forte, it's loud. Play heavy. Claps the wrist, play heavy, and the right hand's soft, light. As far as the speed goes, this says fast, but it's the overall feel of the piece. It's the melody. What do you want to feel like? You decide. It's got to be accurate first. Now let's talk about all these repeats and things going on. At the last line, we have endings, what we call endings in music. They have 2 of them, and they're labeled. You have a 1 and a 2, and there's a line above the staff showing you where the ending is. An ending can be any number of measures long, and with multiple endings, they don't have to be the same length. Anything can go here. It's interesting sometimes. The idea is the first time you play it through, you're going to play the first ending. Makes sense. And there's a repeat sign there. Well, that sends you back. I got a problem with that. I'll come back to it. To do it all again. Now, the second time you play it, you don't do the first ending again. You played it. It's done. One and done. That's it. You go skip that and go to the second ending and play the second ending. My problem with what they've done here is they put a reverse repeat sign at the beginning. And I very much disagree with that. I wish they wouldn't do that. You see, the rule for repeat sign is you go back to the previous reverse repeat sign and play all that again. If there is no reverse repeat sign, you go back to the beginning and play it all again. So there's no need to have a reverse repeat sign at the beginning because you're going to go there anyway. So, my opinion, you could cross out that reverse repeat sign. You don't need it. It's redundant. Most music, you would not see that. Play the first 2 lines and the first ending, and then repeat back and play the first 2 lines again, and then do the second ending, and that's how it works. Now look out there at the end of the first ending. You're here in the left hand, and you're here, and you're resting. When you repeat back, the hand needs to be back down here. You got to move the hand back. The right hand's in position. It's okay. It's the left hand that's out of position. You got to come down. Just be ready. So when you repeat, your left hand's in the right spot. me. That's just one way it might go. You don't have to go that fast. Take it at your speed, but no hesitations. When you feel you're ready and you got the notes and the rhythms and all, come back to the play with me section of this video. Let's play it together. You should play the same note I'm playing at the same time I'm playing it. This way you can make sure you have the right notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'm going to play both hands about the same. But I will do the repeats and all that. So I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. Because it's in 4/4 time. Let's play it together slowly. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 4. 3. 1, 2, 4. 3. 1, 2, 4. 4. 2, 3, 4. 1. Rest. 3, 4. 2, 4. 3. 2, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 to the beginning. 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2.